In the great hall of the New Hearth, there are assembled the world's 4 greatest anchors, created from the cosmic legends of the universe. Jerry Palesci, Diana Johnson, Mandy Ewald, Abby Chandra, and those 3 other anchors, Brianna Clark, John Hines, and Cassie Bartlett. Their mission, to fight injustice, to right that which is wrong, and to serve all mankind.
Welcome to the Red Report. Campus activists are giving feral cats special attention. Plus, President Barack Obama and rap superstar Drake joined commentator Taylor Moore. Also, the use of Charlie carts are bringing excitement to campus sidewalks. And USD is planning an exclusive new dorms just for cowboys and hicks. And the SDSU jackrabbit is loose in Vermillion. But first, Red Report headlines with Lene Tucker.
South Dakota lawmakers are preparing for an oil boom. As North Dakota's oil business moves south, South Dakotans will have to deal with increased traffic through the state. Officials say increased drilling will cause housing shortages and a need for more restaurants. It also means SDSU co-eds can look beyond ag production social circles when it comes to dating. Beyonce Knowles has just been named the most beautiful woman in the world. People magazine has placed the 16-time Grammy-winning artist and actress at the top of the coveted annual list. Beyonce joins the ranks of other stars who've topped the most beautiful women list, including Jennifer Aniston and Angelina Jolie. Following today's announcement, Brad Pitt called off his engagement to Angelina and says he'll be co-starring with Beyonce in his new film, Mr. and Mrs. Jones. And those are today's headlines.
Thanks, Lene. An animal rights organization wants the university to erect official cat crossing caution signs across campus. The Red Report's Brianna Clark investigates.
In recent months, the Vermillion cat population has increased and strays are migrating from residential areas to the university's campus. People for the Ethical Treatment of Animals has recently advised the university to display cat crossing signs in places where cats are most active. Feline activist Emily Dorsett says this will offer Vermillion cats a safe way to travel between grass areas, helping them avoid the dangers that claim the lives of hundreds of cats every year in Vermillion.
One day, I was outside and I saw a cat on the sidewalk, and this was when I realized that I need to do something about this, because I looked down in the eyes of that little kitty on that sidewalk, and I understood her. Vermillion cats are part of this society, and they need to be recognized.
When I was approached about the cat problem at USD, I did some research, I looked into it, I set up some cameras, and I spent some time outside, and I noticed that yes, in fact, there are a significant population of cats on the University of South Dakota campus.
Students are texting and riding their bikes on the sidewalks, and they don't see the cats crossing there, and they're getting injured right there on the sidewalk.
I was walking and I was like waving at someone being friendly, and out of the bushes it just shot, and I tumbled. Like I tumbled over the cat because it was already tangled up in my legs by the time I saw it. It took me out.
It's obviously a concern to students. It's obviously a concern to PETA, and I really think it's going to be a great thing for our campus. I think it's going to be a great thing for the university. And what better way to kick off 150 years than by really doing something that matters.
For the Red Report, I'm Brianna Clark.
Visit the Red Report website to find a list of tips and tricks to reduce your risk of a cat collision.
USD has announced a new initiative that allows students to vote on university policy changes with spare change. Associate Dean Phil Covington says he's excited to see whether students will put their money where their mouths are.
Back to what happened earlier this year when we were looking at the coyote statue and trying to figure out which one of those was going to be best for the campus. You know, the overwhelming support that process received of students being able to vote with their coins and their cash was that aha moment for the administration to say, wow, how have we missed this all this time when it's that simple? So that's the new approach. Every time there's something significant we need to do, out come the coin jars. Bring on the money.
The Student Government Association is the only campus group thus far to voice concerns over the new policy.
I think it's a joke.
I think, like, I mean, basically giving the students the opportunity to give money to make policy changes is like basically bribing them. Exactly. And like the problem is like what then, so like what is the Student Government Association for?
Ultimately, all policy changes are subject to President Abbott's approval, just like the coyote statue selection. A new Greek house is opening its doors to USD, bringing with it an interesting perspective on philanthropy. And cash cabs are coming to Vermillion. Those stories and more, next.
The best thing about the Red Report, everything's live.
Are you serious? This is live.
Jackrabbits today and dominated.
We train our talent to be prepared for anything. You never know what can happen.
Thanks for tuning in. Have a great night and a good weekend. We'll catch you next time.
Charlie carts are usually seen cruising campus with a load of recruits. Now, one of the cart's drivers is bringing a national sensation to USD. The Red Report's Nathan Poole has the story.
The Charlie cart. Another useful vehicle to take incoming students around campus. But is that all the Charlie cart is used for? Is there another special use for it? One man has found another way.
Oh, the Charlie cart. Let's go get a ride.
Okay.
Hey, what if you aren't to get a ride on the Charlie cart? We're new here on campus.
Not a problem. We can get that going right now. Welcome to the Coyote Cash Cab. It's a USD game show that takes place right here in my Charlie cart. You guys ever heard of the show?
Yeah, we've got to hear about it.
All right, you guys want to play?
Yeah, sure.
All right, let's get going.
Alex Peterson is a student ambassador at USD and has seen the worried faces on the students.
I've been doing this since tuition went up here at USD, and I thought to myself, how can I make the students here on campus feel a little less stressed? And then that night, I watched Cash Cab, that show hosted by Ben Bailey, and I just brainstormed an idea of what I could do with that theme.
Alex says that seeing the looks on their faces makes his day even better.
What is the oldest building here on campus?
I don't know. Now I think about it, I think that's Old Main.
Yeah, well, I mean, there is old in the name.
Yeah, true. So let's go over that one. We're getting Old Main.
Old Main.
Old Main is correct for $10.
Right, yeah.
Alex plans to continue with his idea until he graduates from USD.
I've gotten a lot of good comments from students about what I'm doing, and they say that it takes stress off their chests for a day. With all these professors piling on homework after homework, I feel good that I can make the students feel a little bit better.
Alex summed up his idea with a few words of satisfaction.
It's stressful, but I love what I do. Wouldn't dream of doing anything else.
For the Red Report, I'm Nathan Poole.
Peterson says he constantly receives emails from students thanking him for his work.
To help the transition from college to university life, USD has opened a new dorm for SDSU transfer students. It's located on the former grounds of Redwood Cypress. This week, 4 transfer students shared a tree as part of their housing orientation. To free up space, the dorm includes a study lounge alongside of comfortable and spacious sleeping area. The dorm also features a state-of-the-art recreational area where former SDSU students are able to relax and have fun playing challenging games such as fetch and patty cake. The students did raise some concerns regarding their transition. They say the meal plan consists of grazing on low-quality grass. They also want university housing to do something about the temperature in their living room. Housing reps say they'll consider the request. They caution other students not to feed or pet the transfer student, as they may bite. On this week's blog, commentator John Hines responds to comments made by Provost Chuck Stabin during his interview for the open president's position at Wichita State.
Just because U.S. News College Rankings places USD as the 111th best public school in the country doesn't mean it's any good. It doesn't matter that Wichita State has a ranking low enough that U.S. News chooses not to publish it. Provost Chuck Stabin was totally right when he told a WSU crowd that USD isn't admitting the right kind of people. I mean, sure, it's a fact that USD turns away 6% more of applicants than WSU, and a fact that USD has a 4% higher freshman retention rate, and a fact that USD has an 8% higher four-year graduation rate, and a fact that USD has had over 100 nationally competitive scholarship winners, all despite the fact that the two schools have an identical ACT score requirement for admission. Who cares about the facts? It just feels like USD admits the wrong kind of people. I salute Staben for having the guts to tell WSU students that the business of the university is students, while telling USD students they shouldn't have been admitted in the first place. For Red Report Blog, I'm John Hines.
Thanks, John. Coming up, a new law school class now requires law students to light up, and the Vermillion is making a change.
Are you tired of straining your neck while sleeping in class? Ouch! Say goodbye to aches and pains with the knapsack, the revolutionary backpack designed to make sleeping in class comfortable and discreet. The patented zip it and flip it design allows you to go from zero to napping in mere seconds. Other portable pillow bags sell for as much as $800. Ouch! The knapsack sells for just 4 easy payments of $19.95.
If you walk past the law school, you're sure to see a large number of smokers outside the building. The Red Report's Chase Christensen says the number is increasing because of a new law school curriculum.
Law students at USD will soon be required to take 3 smoking classes in order to graduate, starting in the fall semester. USD has recently noticed a lingering smoke cloud above the law school building created by the current law students, and would like to see the cloud expand and become a permanent part of the USD campus. USD instructor Eric Tiger will be instructing the classes, and he thinks that the students will really enjoy them.
Smoke 101 is a new requirement, and what we're trying to do is get students addicted to nicotine as soon as possible. That way they can realize all the benefits of developing a smoking addiction.
Tiger says that Smoke 151, Smoking Methods, will allow students to discover their own preferred method of smoking.
Students are going to be exposed to all kinds of different methods of smoking: cigars, cigarettes, pipes. We're even going to teach them how to blow smoke rings.
Tiger also says that students enrolling in the last required class, Smoke 210, must be already smoking at least 1 pack a day to be eligible to enroll. If students are not smoking at least 1 pack a day, they will be required to either retake Smoke 101 or take a remedial smoking class.
Now the level above that, Hookah Homies 210 is what we're calling it, and that's where you just get together with 3 buddies, smoke a hookah, and just talk about life.
Some students are excited for the new requirement.
You know what? Today, if someone asks me what I got to do, I can say that I contributed to a big-ass cloud of smoke. What the f*** did you get to do today?
President Abbott says that a larger smoke cloud would not only make the law school look more appealing, but it would also complement the big green lawn. For the Red Report, I'm Chase Christensen.
Students won't have to go far to get good deals on cigarettes. Aramark will begin selling them on campus for $50 a pack. Flex money and Coyote Cash will be accepted. There's a new Greek house on campus, and it's causing quite a stir. Wanatapa Kega was recently granted a university charter and is in the planning stages of building a house. WTK is unique because it doesn't discriminate based on gender and is planning to recruit both men and women. Current members are hosting their first philanthropy tonight at the Charcoal Lounge. The event will feature keg stands, beer pong, and beer bong races. Wanatapa Kega's philanthropy will start at 9 o'clock, and all proceeds will go to support Alcoholics Anonymous.
Beginning next year, USD's award-winning student-run newspaper will be making some drastic changes. The Red Report's Anna Burleson has details on the transition.
Due to a recent decline in readership of USD's student-run newspaper, The Vermillion, the paper is taking a new direction.
This is trash.
This coming fall, the Vermillion is going to unveil its new look and direction. We're planning on switching to a tabloid-style publication that's really going to focus on campus gossip and rumors and just, much more interesting stories than hard news, because people don't really read that anymore.
The newspaper has already started installing cameras around campus to catch students at their most embarrassing moments.
I'm really insisting on the cameras because if we're going to go through with this whole idea, we really need to have a factual base for the rumor and the gossip.
Regardless of the cameras, students and faculty are looking forward to this new style of paper.
I think it's a really good idea. Frankly, the Volant has gotten a little bland. I'd much rather read about people's personal lives. In fact, I've believed for quite some time that President Abbott's dog is from outer space, or at least he's had contact with an alien at some point. One of the things I've always disliked about the Volant is that it was so unbiased. Frankly, it's about time that they've picked sides.
I'm looking forward to the new format because it will show me who my coach is sleeping with on the volleyball team.
Reporters attempted to contact Volant advisor Chuck Baldwin. He refused to comment but made his disapproval obvious by handing in his resignation.
Baldwin has reconsidered his views regarding news about rumors and gossip, and he's withdrawn his resignation as the Volant's advisor. Staff members say they're glad to have him back. The Red Night blockbuster hits theaters this summer. Cassie Bartlett is live at the Muck with the Vermillion hero.
Thanks, Sherry. I'm here at the Muck with the campus crusader who has...
It's Coyote Crusader.
Who has been making a name for himself on campus. So, Campus Crusader.
Coyote Crusader.
What sorts of injustice are you fighting?
Well, you see, Cassie, I fight littering and jaywalking and the general debeautifying of campus, which is all led by my arch nemesis, the Jackstrap.
So who is the Jackstrap?
He's this dude that he runs around, he's got these bunny ears and jockstrap in front of his pants.
So is he a guy or is he a bunny if he has bunny ears?
Who knows?
So why are you fighting the Jackstrap?
Well, you see, he's ruining our campus. He's putting grass where we should have parking spaces and leaving little rabbit pellets on the sidewalk. It's gross. It ruined my shoe.
Hello, USD. I am the Jackstrap, and I want you all to remember something. When you see grass around here and you're walking across it, you think of the Jackstrap. When you see parking spaces and you see then the grass, I want you to think of the Jackstrap. When you see littering, trash everywhere, think of the Jackstrap. And, of course, jaywalking. Everyone does it. Everyone fears the Jackstrap. And, you know what? One more thing. In my family, it is
Thanks, Cassie, for that live report. On this week's Yote Report, the subject was just too big for one reporter. Here are Scott Cook and Kelly Stewart.
Scott, I've heard that President Abbott is using the money from raised tuitions to buy a private jet.
So, Kelly, for the Red Report, Yote Report, we need you to investigate.
This is the biggest story of the year. We need a good interview with Abbott and proof.
We don't care if you have to break in or steal anything, no matter what.
Just get that Yote Report.
So that's why we only assign one Yote reporter at a time. I'm guessing we didn't get the interview. Way to go, Yote team. Red Report Sports with Diana Johnson and Mandy Ewald is up next. Also, two national celebrities had a chat with Taylor Moore in this week's More Sports.
have never been turned into lawns.
So what are you proposing?
It's simple. More green space.
More green space means more jaywalking, which means more littering, and ultimately, the end of USD.
Who are you anyways?
I'm the Coyote Crusader. I have to stop the jackstrap.
Let's put some grass in that space.
Where is he? People are jaywalking and littering. What would you have me do?
Just let it go.
It's all part of the plan.
Today on Red Sports, a new competitive team is on campus.
Football coach Joe Glenn has a new job, and commentator Taylor Moore speaks with President Barack Obama. But first, sports headlines. Lene?
Thanks, Diana. The Charlotte Bobcats are on a 21-game losing streak. With only 7 wins this season and 57 losses, the team is looking for someone to give them a spark. Even though he's been rumored to have a gambling addiction, the greatest player of all time is considering coming out of retirement. No, it's not Brett Favre, it's Michael Jordan. Jordan is 49 years old and would be 10 years older than the current oldest player in the league if he decided to throw on another jersey. First, the bounty program, now an eavesdropping scandal. When will the Saints learn? Louisiana State Police and the FBI are investigating allegations that the Saints general manager could listen to the opposing team's coaches from his booth in the Superdome. The Saints are denying the charges, but they also denied the bounty charges. Team owners are contracting with a consultant in good sportsmanship. Mike Tyson begins his work with the Saints on Friday. And those are your Red Sports headlines.
They're not generally known for causing a stir, but the sport of chess is rising in popularity on campus. Chess players have been competing behind doors for years, but after nagging President Abbott, he's moved the game into the varsity sports category. Junior Kayla McDaniel says she loves that her favorite sport is finally being recognized on the D1 level.
It's just great to be in a chess tournament here at USD because us chess players put in a lot of work to be the best we can.
The tournament was an intense battle before McDaniel sealed the victory. Runner-up Andrew Brown says he's pleased to have spectators.
Overall, I'm just very glad to be here, and thanks for everybody for supporting me, and we'll get them next year.
McDaniel says the crowd's been amazing. Chess fans are now lobbying for their own sports complex, complete with air conditioning, no windows, and Hot Pocket dispensers for Howling Pack members.
Joe Glenn has only been USD's head football coach for a few months, but he's already taken on a new position. Glenn has made a name for himself across campus for singing and piano playing abilities. After singing Happy Birthday to Charlie Cayo at last week's birthday celebration, the College of Fine Arts asked Glenn to become a music department professor. Glenn has no formal vocal training, but officials say he'll fit right in with the school's other untrained professionals. On this week's More Sports, Taylor Moore talks with 2 nationally known sports experts.
Hi, I'm Taylor Moore, and usually in this segment I cover some sporting event, mainly by myself. So I decided to invite a few personal buddies to help me out this week. The President, Barack Obama, my fellow Americans, and YMCMB recording artist, Drake. You're not going to say anything? All I care about is money and the city I'm from. Well, let's get on to the first topic of discussion. Ron Artest elbowing James Harden. What did you think, Barack?
You see, this is a very unsportsmanlike thing to do. I believe that folks around this country want to see any sporting event played fairly.
What about you, Drake?
I can tell he has been practicing.
Well, I'm not too sure about that, but something isn't all the way there in his head. You'd think after his first fight that he would have learned by now. I guess not. Next topic of discussion, Team Heat playing Boston without the big 3. Barack, what do you think about this?
Well, I'm going to have to go with Boston. You see, the Heat play with the Bosh and Wade and James all together. But without them all, I doubt there will be any hope.
Drake? LeBron needs a hairline. Oh yeah, oh yeah. I agree. Seriously, LeBron, if you have that much money, go and get some Bosley. That's unnecessary. On a serious note, we got the NFL draft coming up soon. Somebody's NFL career about to bloom.
Okay, so who would you pick for your first pick of the NFL draft, Drake?
I'm gonna have to go with my man Robert Griffin III.
To be honest, Drake, I haven't gotten it since we started this commentary. I agree with you, Taylor. I don't quite understand what's going on here.
And I say, hell yeah, hell
okay,
yeah,
it's really time to go. Any last words, Drake?
You only live once. YOLO.
And I'm Barack Obama, and I approve this message.
For more sports, I'm Taylor Moore.
Thanks to President Obama, Drake, and to Taylor Moore. And that's all for Red Report Sports. Coming up next, commentator Angelica Brackens and Teresa Johnson team up to take down a campus rodent.
The best thing about the Red Report, everything's live.
Are you serious? This is live. Jackrabbits today and dominate.
We train our talent to be prepared for anything. You never know what can happen.
Thanks for tuning in. Have a great night and a good weekend. We'll catch you next time.
On Saturday, the SDSU jackrabbit was spotted in Vermillion. When our commentators Angelica Brackens and Teresa Johnson heard about it, they decided to use their skills other than their journalistic talents and make the rabbit's visit a short one.
The rabbit is back in town. Who's going to stop him? Los Commentaros, Angelica Brackens, and Teresa Johnson.
We must find the jackrabbit. Rabbit! He is lost in Vermillion again! We must find him and kill him! Kill the bunnies!
They make the rabbit call. The bunny is startled. He sees them, eyeing him. So they invite him to a duel. It is an epic showdown between Rabbit and Los Commentaros. They beat him to and fro. They beat him senseless until he's almost dead. And then they finish him off. Their job is done. The Los Commentaros walk off, knowing that the town will be safe once again.
And that's all for Red Report. Check us out in September when Coyote News returns for the season. Thanks for joining us and have a good night.